Hello. Let me see if I can. Okay, I think. Okay, I'm hearing it on this. I hope you guys don't hear it. Okay, it's on my iPad. So I'm going to turn my iPad down. There. Okay, I think you can all hear me. How are you doing? Today is Sunday. What is it? The 22nd or something like that of March? It's going like crazy. And hi, Deb. Hi, Melanie. Hi, Joe. Um, Deb was the first one in today, and she is just going to town on her blocks. So that's great. So Katie isn't here at this moment. I think she forgot about her time again. And if anybody has her on Messenger, if they can message her and tell her to come on, I'd appreciate it. I have all three of my devices is tied up. So that's why I can't message her. Yeah, you got, she just, Deb said she just finished up to block 27. Hi, Lee. How you doing? Glad to see you on here. Let me see if I can, yeah, I can go big for a little bit here. I think you guys can see all right. Gonna check my camera here. I got my notes. Okay, I think I'm going good. There it is. Got my iPad up above me so I can see the chat. Okay, I see Melanie and Joe and Lee is in here. Yep, it's just a little bit more delayed than on my computer. So I hope everyone's doing good. I know that I've been busy. I've been sewing all this morning, and that I worked on a UFO that has been a UFO for a lot of years. And what's interesting is I did it, and then each block or segment of blocks I had put in to baggies, and I did part of it. So I knew which one to do. It's easier just not let it be that many years, but it's coming along fine. Hi, Linda. Oh, you were typing and your cat jumped up on your keyboard. The dirt. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Okay. I will see you in a little bit after you get all cleaned up and the cat cleaned up. So is anyhow, I've been working on that, and I'm doing a baby quilt and that. So I know that. Hi, Dawn. How are you doing? I'm gonna make a couple announcements, and I may have to do it, repeat it again later. But as you all know, this is done live in real time. So I'm doing the blocks in real time. Okay. Hi, Kathy. How you doing? Welcome in. Don, welcome in. Um, yes, I'm doing this in real time. So what you see me sewing is what you'll be doing during this next week. So I show you. We've been doing 4 blocks, but I think I'm going to back it up to 3 because they're getting a little bit more intricate. I don't want to say intricate, but they're advancing in what you have to do. And when you have to cut a lot of square triangles, it's like, so I decided I'm going to go back, and I'm probably going to do 3 if that's okay with. Oh, Deb, you were in the wrong live. You were in the one with the cell phone, huh? But it can't. Yeah, see, it comes up on my computer. So I wanted to say, like, Linda is getting ready for planting season. Oh, cherry tomatoes. I love those. Potatoes, herbs so far. Going to take a shower. Yeah, it's in the 80s here today, except we can't go out and enjoy it because the pollen's so heavy that you see yellow everywhere. So we gotta wait. It'll it'll be done, and then we can wash everything down and go. Um, Let me see. I wanted to see. I give you okay. The the blocks like today. The blocks I'm showing you today is what you'll be working on this week, and then and you probably already have your fabric cut. Most of you get your fabric cut the week before so that if you want to sew with me, you can. And so today, yeah, we're going to be doing blocks 29. Well, let's see, 29 through 31. I did have card trick ready, but that's a little bit more. So I'm going to see how it goes. I think might just go with those 3 if that's okay with you guys. That we do that. If you need to look and see what I'm doing closer up, you can zoom in on I don't know on an Android phone, but I know on the iPhone and iPad and that you can zoom in with your fingers to get a closer view of what I'm doing. So feel free to zoom in so you can see better. So a lot of you may have cut your fabric for what I'm working on today. And if you did, that's great. You can sew along with me if you want to. Like I said, as time goes by, we'll be doing less blocks per week. And I'm going to go down to 3 right now. When we get into even more like the English paper piecing and that, it'll even be less because it's a technique person just, it's not like the sewing machine, it's your hand sewing. Hi, Geraldine. Welcome in. Glad to see you. Hi, Katie. Are you going to come in? Are you waiting for me? Let me see. I'm going to check to see if Katie's in here. She's probably in the basement here waiting. Oh, she sure is. Hi, Katie. I was going to message you like you asked me to, but all 3 of my devices was taken up.
Oh, it's all right.
So
at least I'm not a half hour late like last time.
I gotta see how I can hear you.
You can't hear me?
Testing. No.
Hey, hello.
Just a second. Okay, I'll just leave that. Okay. I'm going to go back. I got to figure out how I hear you. Most usually I hear you on my computer and I don't today. So it's just the way I'm set up. Now I should be able to hear you. Okay. Looks like I'm back in the corner. Did you lose Katie again? Oh, I lost Katie again. I'm sorry, Katie.
You put me back in the corner again.
Don't put Katie in the corner. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. I think I went out just to check my audio and that, so to see where you were coming in. I was just filling them in, letting them know that. Oh yeah. By the way, I'm Sherry from and welcome to my quilting world. And this is Katie, the Greenland quilter. we're doing this together on the Alice's Wonderland Sew Along. And we had, I just let them know that we're doing this live in real time, and that the blocks that they get a week ahead of time so that they can cut if they want. And their fabric. So if they want to do it as I'm doing it, that's fine. If they don't, they got the whole next week. And I also let them know that as we're going along, we're going to do less per week because they're as they get more advanced. And we'll probably only try to do 3 today because the 4th one is a card trick, and that'll take a little bit more time. So if I think that would be fine with everyone. I let them know that if they needed to see what I'm doing, they can zoom in on their devices. And
you're not gonna put your video back on you.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
But they can even if they're on. I don't know about Android phones. Maybe you could tell me, Katie.
I don't know. I'm on my laptop, so I don't. As far as I know, with my laptop, I cannot zoom in.
Oh, okay. You can. If somebody's on an iPad, I know, or a iPhone, they can zoom in and get closer, to see. So, okay, I've decided that April 5th is Easter. Not that I've decided it is Easter, but I decided that I'm not going to do a live that day. I'm going to give you guys a break, let you be with your family or do what you want, but it also gives people a time to either catch up, work on more of their blocks, and feel better about it. So I will announce that again, that it's April 5th. We're going to be live next week. And let me see. I see that Regina's in here. Love the shirt, Sherry. I got it at QuiltCon. And Nina. Hi, Nina.
Yeah. Hi, everyone. Lee just came in also.
Yeah. He was in. I think he's saying hi to you.
Hi, Lee.
And Andrea is here, and she's on her computer, and zooming in is not an option.
Nope.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay. iPads. I'm sorry. iPads and iPhones, you can zoom in, but I'll try to give you a good picture. Okay. Yeah, I figured that on Easter, if we take that break, I was going to pre-record, and then I thought, you know what? Let you guys have a chance to catch up if you want. Be with your family. Take a breather.
Some of us need some catching up to do because we can't sew as fast as you.
And then you can, and then they'll be able to pre-cut their other blocks if they want to.
Yeah.
So let me see. What did I say that we were working on? Starting on block 29. I think I said what I needed to.
Did we finish block number 28?
Yes, we did. Ohio Star.
Okay, I'm just making sure because it did have mine done, but I wasn't sure if we had done that last time or doing it this time.
Oh, all right. So they're just saying hello to everyone. Well, if you want, let me see. I can get started. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and put the camera just on my sewing table so that you can see. Putting Katie in the background and me. So let's see. Let me see. I just started on the Ohio Star, and Andrea said, I have been working on a quarter square tutorial. That's good. Yeah. Oh, wow, Deb. Debbie, Deb, you need to just relax and listen. If you did 9 blocks in Discord this morning. Hi, Mona. I know you've been going crazy with them this week. So,
Hi, Mona.
Yeah, she says hi to you, Katie.
Yep. Hey, Zaza.
Hi, Zaza. How you doing? So I'm going to go ahead and highlight my sewing area. And I'm going to make the screen big so I can see what you see. It says, is the wording in the way there? I don't like this so much. I'll see if I can get it a little bit better. I'll figure it out. Okay. Zaza, on Easter, we're not going to do a live. We're going to give you guys a break so people can catch up and enjoy being with their family, taking a break, taking a breather. Hi, Denise. How are you doing?
Hi, Denise.
She said, yeah, she said, hi, Katie. Well, the block we're doing. Yeah, did she hear you? I can hear you.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Oh, yeah. The block I'm doing is 29. And it is called Star X. Now, Deb, have you started your quarter square triangles yet, Deb? I know, because I need to give a refresher here. I will anyhow. Easter Sunday is here. The Easter Sunday is the 5th of April. Now they have Orthodox Easter is later.
Yeah, it's later here too.
Mm-hmm. No, I haven't. Okay, Deb, I'll make sure I cover that. Okay. My first name is Sherry, Denise. And let's see.
Andrea says I would have gotten a bunch done today, but it is so beautiful outside here that I spent today outside playing with the bunnies, cleaning the cages, shoveling organic fertilizer, and all that fun.
That sounds like fun. Like
Yep.
I said, we didn't go. I haven't been out. It's supposed to be. It's in the 80s, I guess, but we got a lot of pollen everywhere, so we'd have to wash something down just to sit. Well, I tell you what, when we get to the part where we're going to do the quarter square triangle, I'll go back and show it again, how to do it. So on page 59 is this block that we're doing. And they wanted us to cut 2 of the background fabrics and then 2 of fabric E3. That's a lot of half square triangles making. So I'm going to move my book on over.
I deconstructed that block.
Did you?
I did.
Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm going to get my...
It's not finished. I'm sewing it now.
This is the quarter square.
Yep.
That we end up doing, but I'll show you. I just done little bits of it. Okay, so you're going to have 2 of these, and this is the 8 at a time. And I don't know if you can see this real good, but I tried to get it to where my red marks is where I'm going to end up cutting. But the little black marks, I'm going to sew on each side of that red mark. Okay. And then I saved 1. There's 2 of them that you have to do just exactly the same. I saved 1 so I could do it again. So I'm gonna go down. And I'm just going right along that. I wish you guys could see closer, but and then I'm just all I did is turned it again this way. Just flipped it so I can do this other side. And I'm letting my presser foot, the 1/4 inch, be this line. It's my guideline for me. So we're actually sewing an X twice. I got this on fast speed. It's racing like a car. I would have used a darker thread so you could see, but this is my fabric too, so but anyhow I sewed on either side of the X. Both sides of the X I sewed on. Now what I'll do is I'm going to lay my ruler down and I can cut this diagonal and that diagonal, and I'm going to try to keep these together, and then I can cut across here and across here. So your middle point where your X meets is where your you put your ruler for the center to line it up.
Hi, Geraldine.
I think there was a couple others too, and I didn't get to see.
Oh, Geraldine's here. Mona said
Mona?
that she hadn't opened her book yet. Andrea's talking about her tutorial. And hi, Kathy has faith.
Still haven't found my little mat. Whoops, turned it too much. So you can see that I'm just cutting the diagonals. Now it's no biggie if you do move it, because you can always, you know, even if this, I could cut this from this point to there. So what I do here, so I'm just going to put my ruler in the center. And I can tell where the center is because of where it crosses over here in the stitches. I guess I should make sure that I have my fabric lined up though, right here at the bottom. And then I'm just lining it back up again. Okay, so this gave us 8. Oh, I didn't tell you. I should have. The fabric, the square is always pretty sides together, right sides together. So now I need to square these down. It will tell me how much. I'm going to read the directions to make sure that I am supposed to. It says under the construction, it says 8 at a time. Together. Okay, then I did that 1/8, and then you would repeat it with the second one because you have two of them. It says evenly trim 4 of your half square triangles down to the size that they tell you to. Set these trimmed 4 aside until step 5. Okay. So this is what I did. Okay. So I trimmed those down, and you would trim, as they said, 4. I have to read this really good because I don't want to mess up what they say. Follow the one at a time quarter square method. So 2 of the half square triangles together onto one. Oh, it's just, oh, wait, I gotta read this a second. It says, following the one at a time quarter square method. So 2 of the half square triangles together into one quarter square as shown. Repeat with 8 of the remaining half square triangles to make a total of 5 quarter square triangles. Discard the 2 remaining. So there will be 2 remaining. What I want to see here. Okay. So what they're doing is this. We're going to, the reason why they wanted us just to trim off 4, because these 4 will be our corners. Those are the ones we have trimmed down after we did our first 8. We took 4 of them and trimmed them down here. The others you're not trimming down because we are going to end up, we'll trim them later. We're going to make the quarter square triangle with that. And I will show you what to do with that. I've been pressing my seams open. I am just putting this back on so they can see why I'm pressing. Yeah, I've been pressing mine open.
Hey, Jaja. In case y'all missed my question in the chat, I asked everyone, y'all, well, I asked you 2 different questions. The first question is how is everyone doing? Let us know in the chat. And the second question was, how many of you are doing the Alice's Wonderland Sew Along? Please let us know in the chat.
Okay. Get these old.
Oh, wait, I just ripped that seam out.
Yeah, Deb was just sewing like a race car driver this week. She got her book in, was excited, got her fabric, and started sewing. Katie's working on the same blocks as I am. If you have questions or you need anything repeated, let us know.
Jaja says she's starting her tomato seeds right now on the kitchen counter.
All right.
Yay. I have to wait another 2 months before I can start mine.
Would any of them? No, they need sunlight, huh?
Yeah, I need more hours of sunlight. I need at least, before I start mine, I need to have at least maybe 10 to 12 hours of daylight first. Because I don't have grow lights.
Yeah.
I am going to look for some while I'm in Denmark, though.
That'd be good.
And then I can grow tomatoes a lot longer.
Okay, I have these trimmed. All these pretty little things. And for reference, if anybody wants to know,
Oh, we really need to fix
yeah,
the bot.
page 56 shows the diagram on how to do the half square triangles. So I'm going to go back and I will go back here. Okay. So what you do is to do the quarter square triangle, you're going to take 2 of your half square triangles. You're going to put the color on the white and white on the color. Then
Yeah,
you're
same here,
match.
I love the sprouting process too. Sorry, Sherry.
Then you're going to match your seams. And I put a pin in because I'm afraid. Before I put my next pin in, I am going to mark this too. I want to see, do I just do one side? Half square I'm refreshing myself. I've been doing them in the other quilt, but it's like, okay, I got it. So, you're going to match it up here on this other end. So match your diagonals, put a pin in it. You're going to go this way. Now you're only going to get one of these out of this one because this is a one at a time. There's other patterns that you do this and you can get 2 of these at a time. But we're doing the one. I put my needle at the diagonal corner here, the opposite of the seam. Seam's going horizontal. Now, before you trim it or cut it, look at it. Ooh, that one's funky. Look at what side. Okay, I'll do that one. Look at it, make sure it's coming out right. So I can take this, and what I'll do is I'll trim a 1/4 inch away from the seam line. And then press that seam open. And then it will get square. These will get squared down to the size that they want us to have.
Hi, Melanie.
And one that's already squared up would look like this. Now, did I explain that okay, Deb? Moan's going into lurking. Okay, you lurk, girl. And I'm going to go ahead. This is what they look like.
How did you see that? Because I didn't see her say that.
What? Oh,
She was going to
Yeah,
lurk.
she said she was going to go into lurking mode.
Yeah, I see where she said. Oh, there it is. I see it now. I'm like, wait a minute, I missed something.
So again, see how I have the color? Yeah, these are the things that, like, it's not that the blocks are difficult once you start doing them, but you have to do so many of the same stuff over and over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this here because I'm going to chain sew. This will go this way, lining this up. Let me see. I have it. Then I'm going to check this side. Now I've been pressing my seams open to compensate for the scant quarter. Okay, so I'm supposed to have how many at the end? Let's see. We're doing the star block, block 29, and I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this will be my 5th one.
Put them in the fridge. Put them in the fridge.
So see, I'm doing it again, opposite of each other. Okay, good, Deb. Good. And I'm just going to lay this back down again. I'm going to get it ready. It's done. So I can take these and I'll go ahead and sew these. Remember, I'm sewing it the opposite diagonal down the center for one at a time. I want to make sure. Okay, take my pins out.
Okay, double bucket yours.
Cut them apart. And I always like to kind of look, see which one I like. I got to make sure that it gets it right. Okay. So now I'm going to trim that seam. Chuck this one. Okay. I'll trim this seam. Okay.
Look down and see sweet and sour. I think I know who might get it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have the 5, and this one's already been trimmed down, so I need to
Yeah.
square up the other one and press the other ones also. So
warm
to
in
do
here.
that, you can
It's warm
use,
in here.
I have a block lock. I like
Yeah,
to use
just
that,
close
but
the
you can use whatever you
door.
want. And I'm going to stand up. Hopefully I can see over this.
Stay.
The one's here and the diagonal line's going here. And I'm making sure I have enough all the way around. Then I'll go ahead and I can line it back up, the left and the bottom, because that's been trimmed already. That's good. I just have to press this a second.
Denise says she likes that print, Sherry.
Oh, thanks. I know it's surprising me the prints. You know how they come out, because I've pulled from different places.
Hey, thank you, babe.
Okay. All I'm doing right now is I'm just pressing these seams open again. Okay. If I did nice, they hopefully they'll be good. So I needed 5 of these. I'm making sure my diagonal's on there and I still have room to cut to square it up. And if you don't have one of these rulers, what you do is you still can use the one on your ruler. Let me see which one it is. You still use the one on your ruler to put in the corner. And this diagonal line that's 45 degrees is what you put on your diagonal line of your block. Hey, those 3. Yeah, everybody's talking gardening because we're gonna be getting ready to garden and do stuff. I like to get herbs and put them in pots and put them on my deck or my back porch. The hardest part is watering. Okay,
Because you forget to water or because you overwater or something?
no, it's just that it's dry here. You got to make sure that you watch them and water. And the thing is that where my just a second, my deck is up on the top level. I mean, there's a staircase if you wanted to. So the water is down below.
Oh,
So you got to either haul the hose up or. Okay.
Hey, Linda from Iris Cell Lady.
All right, let's lay this little stinker out. Okay, so I'm just looking at the picture. If anybody sees that I'm laying it out wrong, let me know. And the directions tell you how to lay out on page 59 each block. Now I gotta confess, I didn't have enough of this fabric for some reason. So I added to this fabric because I knew that I was doing a quarter square or triangle. There's a tiny little seam here, but that'll be gone because it'll be taken up in the 1/4 inch seam. That's called saving your fabric. Now I'm just going to lay this out. I like to look at the picture. Okay. Oh yeah, this is going to be cute. Okay, so now all your blocks should be the same size because you've squared them up. Yeah.
I was just going to answer Linda.
Oh, go ahead. I'm just going to start sewing.
Yeah, Linda. Probably about 5 hours of sleep, something like that. Took me a little while to unwind this morning after running that long live.
How long were you on last night?
Almost 7 hours.
Oh, almost. My Lord, girl. You like to punish yourself.
Yeah, almost 7 hours.
Oh, my Lord. Get a lot done?
Yeah, I did. Plus, we did we were talking about something too last night. I don't remember what it was now, but we were.
Who was on with you? Shonda was for a little bit.
Shonda came in for a while.
Who did?
And then, yeah, she did. And then Cynthia also came in for a little while. She stayed quite a while with me. And then, in fact, I think I shut down the live as she was getting off. I think is what I did.
Ah.
But it was fun.
I'm just matching up those diagonals there.
Nora, get off my sewing machine foot. Or pedal. Uh-oh, something just happened. What in the world?
I'll take these and I'll match these up again, the diagonals on the top. You just have to make sure you don't flip those in your hand and sew the wrong seam, because that's easy to do with as small as these are.
Jaja says, ha ha, we had fun last night. Yeah, it was pretty, yeah, we had some great conversations last night. We also had some interesting conversations last night too.
You guys is probably punch drunk.
It was definitely, it was there was a point where we weren't even sewing at some point because we were talking about something and and then we got back to sewing because someone made a comment in the chat. We're doing a lot of chatting, not much sewing.
Aww.
It didn't start out that way. I mean, I sewed on and off throughout the live. It just there were a couple of times where we got into a really deep conversation and it went from there.
Well, you can't do something like that for continuously unless you're doing, because you need breaks,
Yeah. I mean, it was, I enjoyed myself last night, and
that's great.
It was, some of our conversation kind of went somewhere, and I didn't realize people knew more about it than I did, or knew as much about it as I did. And I'm like, oh, really? You knew about that? Oh my goodness. I'll tell you later if you have time to talk to me after the live, I'll tell you what I'm talking about.
Okay. I'm checking this a second. Yep. Okay. This is correct. Double check myself again, because as I sew, I can move things with my arm. Okay. So this is going to go on top of this. And when I'm done, I will press these. And then I'll sew the rows together.
Yeah, Andrea says, we were talking about insane comments viewers make, like your hubby's citizenship and occupation. Yep, that was in the conversation because apparently, yeah, others heard about it. I didn't know they heard about it.
You probably thought, what?
Really interesting. Yeah, someone's saying that Nikolai is an American citizen working on an oil tanker.
Okay. Now I stopped here because I want to line this up.
What do you want, little miss? It is too early for you.
Okay, so I'm lining this up. Hopefully, well, you know what? I trimmed it a little goofy there, so it may not be exactly perfect. Yeah, my blocks not necessarily come out the way that I would if I didn't have to sew like this. And sewing with a camera in front near my face. Okay, so I'm putting this together. We just about have this block together and printed.
I have to say, it's an interesting way they're doing this block.
I'm going to go ahead and take this over, and I'm going to go ahead and press my seams open, and I'll put the
Andrea says she might have spilled the tea.
There you go.
Andrea says, I know some of these instructions are interesting. I agree.
I know, because we've learned other ways. There's more than one way.
Yeah, and I think that there's easier ways to teach beginners to do this than this way on some of them.
Yeah, well, this wasn't so bad, though. I mean, the instructions, how they have them photographed, I think is more confusing than the written instruction.
Yeah.
Because you have to really look at the picture to figure it, at first. But the written instruction was pretty good. But you had to, I had to reread it again real good. And so I wasn't doing something or saying something that I shouldn't.
Yep. And I agree with the ladies. They're all Zaza and Deb says it is easier to chat than to sew on a live, and then Zaza says, Deb, sewing on a live is hard. Yes, but yeah.
Yeah, but you can, you find that you're taking little glimpses, and you can as long as the chat doesn't move real fast.
I feel like I'm getting better with my lives and sewing. It just last night was interesting. Besides, I wasn't too worried about last night because I had when you run a longer live, you can get lots of conversation and engagement and all that kind of stuff. It was definitely fun last night.
Good.
I managed to get 3 blocks done last night, so that's a good thing.
I'm gonna go ahead and sew this up. And then we'll be back. Oops.
You can hear me talking to you, right, while you're
Oh,
pressing?
yep, I can. I'm going to go ahead
Wait.
and put it on here just so somebody might want to
Yeah.
be able to see. So anyway, I laid it back out and I'll match these seams.
That color is nice.
Yeah, it does. You know, it's strange how a color will look one way in a block. You know, like in it's cut like because this was like I think this was a 10-inch square. So I'm just
He says,
matching
sure,
this.
you do a great, Joshua says, sure, you do a great job. You have a good setup with your iPad at your sewing machine.
Well,
And,
thank you.
and then Andrea says, I am struggling with following the book exactly for beginners who are trying to follow the book and teaching alternative ways to make it faster.
Yep. Okay, so I lined up that seam. Gonna line up this one. I have to clip my threads. I because I have to be able to look like this. Make sure that I have my seams lined up. It's other people can just fill them and go for it. Now this one has a diagonal, so I want to match that diagonal up. And I think I said this before, but I'll put my pin for my diagonal in this way, and it holds it in place, and I don't have to move it, and then it doesn't move while I'm sewing. Okay, let's see. Get this one. It doesn't like to go over that hump.
Deb says, I thought that was her phone at the sewing machine. And Deb says, I think she's filming from the phone. I meant iPad behind her machine.
Yeah, what it is my phone. My phone is right there, right above me. My iPad that you see the screen, that's on YouTube, so I can read the chat real easy. I got it on the computer too. And then when you see the front view of us, that's coming from my computer. But I could have my iPad up on that, but I actually can read pretty good from the chat from the computer, but it's easier to have it a little closer to me. Yeah, putting the iPad here so I can see the chat. All I'm doing is this seam flips, so I'm just doing a little clip there, just to get it.
What size is your laptop? What size is your laptop?
This one's a pretty good size. It's a Mac Pro. I'll have to let you know. I don't know. It's a bigger screen. I purposely went with a bigger screen. I have a different one. My other one, it wasn't as big, but I thought if I'm doing this, I got to be able to see.
You can always get you a monitor to attach to that laptop too.
Yeah. Well, that
or
monitor.
A TV screen.
Let me see. You got me curious now. Let me see. I think it's a 14-inch screen.
Oh, I got you.
But I'm blind from a distance. I have to have things up closer to see. Okay, so now I'm getting this and I'm going to go ahead and remember that one little piece that I said that I added? It's going to be right up in that seam and you never will know. Oh, just in case, I'm going to remind that I am going at a shorter stitch length because this is tiny blocks. And a lot of times when you are cutting or trimming, it will separate the stitches is too far apart. So I'm doing a 1.8. Okay. There you go. And I'll go ahead and press it.
Where's my oh, there it is.
Let's see. Now with me, I most usually I take. Some people have. You don't have to. Katie can't. But take like best press or something before you or press it very well
Yeah, I can't,
before you trim
unfortunately.
it down. Now let's hopefully. Oh yeah, it'll. And then I'm gonna be pulling and fudging a little bit, but anyhow, to square it up. Okay, pretty much there.
Oh yeah.
Watch me cut my cord, my power cord to the phone.
I know you.
Ah.
Happy that I bought you some. Yeah. I found them, and I just say, I only think of you, immediately. Oh, what is this? What is this?
Okay, there it is. I'm going to double check down here and make sure, because I think I only cut 3 sides.
Not a. You're my priority.
Thank you, babe. I was gonna, if I didn't know you were going to the store, I would have told you to get some Napoli, but you brought home something already.
There you go. Okay, I'm just double checking here.
Because I have a reason to do that. To deal
Yeah, I
with
did just trim 3 sides, it looks like. All right, so that is done. Star X. It's cute. Cute little buggers.
Yeah, we're coming along with it, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So, are you gonna hold yours up so they can see it?
Oh, I did. Oh.
I mean, up, yeah.
Or you want me to here?
Yeah, I would screen or spotlight yourself so they can see get a better look at it, because all we see is tiny little boxes. That's pretty.
This is something like.
That looks wonderful, Sherry.
Yeah, I like this fabric. Oh man, yeah. Except now I can see one. Now I looked and there's one block I can see that's off a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I'll live with it. It's my quilt. I'll live with it.
I actually finished this block with you today.
All right.
But I'll probably get behind after this.
Let me see. I'm gonna come over here and talk to everybody for a moment. Oh, if I can. Okay. Let me see. Have you ever used, Linda wants to know if I've ever used leaders and enders to start off your sewing. I have. And it probably would work good with this because, you know, these crazy half square triangles, it wants to, if that diagonal is right there where you first start, it wants to hang up on it.
Yep. When you're putting them points in there.
I have a project I can do that with that I've been working on. Hold on. My leaders, except I might confuse people. This is what. No, I'll show you in a little bit. Anyway, I wanted you to see the chat. Denise. Okay, those papers. No guarantee I'm going to sew on the dotted line. Yeah, is that paper piecing?
She's probably talking about the HST paper.
Okay. Zaza, you said that you put your single hole plate on. Does that feed it through it better? I mean, my fabric's not going down in.
I've had it happen to me a couple times, but I've been putting leaders on mine.
If I think that they're going to, I definitely do. Let me see. Linda bought a new plate for her Bernina. The open plate I have was using 8 my blocks. Oh, if I didn't push them under far enough, I have to keep using it though because I have to move my needle to a scant quarter. Yeah, there's certain blocks that it does do that, and I try to use the leader ender, but I'm not on this because I don't want it. If I put another block in, I'm afraid that it would throw you guys off. Deb says she thought that her phone at her sewing machine. Yeah, the phone is at my sewing machine.
Hi, Melissa. Hi, Nikki.
There it is. Now it's coming through.
Hi, Jean.
Melissa. Yep. And Nikki. Yep. Hi. Well, let me see. I'm going to have a sip. I make a Starbucks cold brew, my own. That's what keeps me going. Okay. The next blog. Any questions? Let us know. Jean's in here?
Yeah, apparently.
Hi.
I didn't see her slip in, but they're saying hi to her.
Yeah. The next blog we're doing is on page 60 and 61. and it's called 4X, which is a lot about the same of what we have been doing. I'll move this. Yeah, this is my project I've been working on for a baby quilt. Same type, Jacob's ladder.
Cool.
Okay, let's see. Block 30, 4X. Okay, so it is telling you to have a larger background fabric and a smaller one. So you'll have your background and your focus fabric, which this is mine. Whoops, I guess I could put you back on. You guys gonna get dizzy? Okay, so this is my fabric that I'm using, and that's what I'm using on for this block, the 4X block. I put right sides together or pretty sides, and I prepared it so that I could. This block is one that'll go in the center, so I'll put that aside. And what I can do is I'll do my 4 at a time by going around 1/4 inch on the edges, and then I'll do the 8.
Okay, got that done. Now let's get to sewing these half square triangles. Hello, John. How are you?
John, hi.
He says he's lurking in the background while he's cutting fabric.
Well, good. You can hear us yak. The only reason why I do the, I'm marking these is so that visually you guys can see. I probably would mark the X for the cutting when I'm doing more than one type of block, only so I can remember. But it's not necessary. It's not necessary to mark your blocks up as much as I have. I'm gonna wait and cut this. I'm gonna go on over to this. This one the red represents the cut lines. The blue is representing the sew lines. And I'll go down this way, turn it, go this way, and then I'll do the same. And I'm letting the center line, though that's a thick one, I'm letting it determine my 1/4 inch here. And I just flipped it and line it back up. I'll do the other diagonals. Now, normally when we're sewing, we're doing more than one of the same block, so we can do a lot of chain sewing. Okay, let's see. Get my pins put up. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that. And I'll then trim it. You can see that a lot that we do are the same thing that we have done. I had to think there for a second. I threw myself off. We did block 29. We're doing block 30. Okay. No mind. Okay, so I will cut these apart. And I'll read, after I get these cut apart, then I'll read what they want us to do with them. How many we put aside. Double checking my sewing. Line here. I line it up at the point. Okay, I have them all cut. Now I will end up having to press them and square some of them up. Let me see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I have 4 over here. Let's see what the book says. Under construction, it says we did the 4 at a time. Okay. Evenly trim 4 of the half square triangles down to the size that they want us to, and set these trims 4 aside until step 6. So here's 4, because we did the 4 at a time.
Wait a minute. Is there going to be 2 sizes of half square triangles?
No, it's the same. Oh, 2 sizes. No, the finished size is the same. They just have you do one that's 8 at a time and one that's 4 at a time.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, and then they have you setting 4 aside because they'll stay. 4 of them will stay as half square triangle, and the other 8 will make into quarter square. right. Now they want me to trim these down. So I might as well do that part for this one now. I'm just checking all the way around, making sure that I have that lined up right on the diagonal. But my rotating mat moves too much up here, so that's why I'm using this up here.
Okay, so we need 2 of these set aside and 2 of these set aside. All right, that leaves us with 1, 2.
If I get out of camera shot, I'm sorry. Let's see. Okay. Okay, I'm double checking there. That's good there. Okay. This is the part that takes time. I probably have already said that many times today. I'm sorry. Jaja. Jaja, was she in here earlier too?
She's still in here.
Yeah. Yeah, these are the ones that's going to stay the half square. That's why we're trimming these up. But remember, don't trim the other ones up until after we make them into quarter square triangles. Okay, so I'm going to take these and I'm going to set these aside. And I'll press this real quick. Okay. Still here. Good. Getting these trimmed up. I'm not trimmed. I'm using the marker I'm using is the friction marker. I use them on the back side, so I'm not worried that if they say that if don't mark the front of your fabric because it can come back in cold. But if I'm doing the back of my fabric, so it won't show because it doesn't leak through. But there's other ones out there too. I like the Sew Line pins a lot. The dark. I use those a lot, but I like and they have one that's white for the dark thread fabrics, and it's more of the ceramic. I like that a lot. I've used those for years. I really have been happy with those. And the nice thing is that the dark one actually has an eraser on the end, and it will erase, and the white will also erase. Okay. Let's see. I'm doing my last one to trim. Okay, remember, oops, nope, one more little stinker hanging around, waiting to be pressed. Oh, I thought my iron, my little Alicia iron, I thought it blew, that it was ruined. And here, it must have been the plug it was plugged in, because I would turn it on, the green light would come on, and then the green light would come go off, it'd go back to red. So John says, just order another one. So then he says, you want me to play around with it? I says, you can do whatever you want to with it now. Here, it was just the plug. It wasn't the iron. It was the plug it was plugged into. Who knew? So now I got a brand new Alicia iron because I already had ordered it. Okay, these, they want us to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's 8. So we need 8 to do 4. And this is how we're going to do it again. Remember, the color goes to the white and the white goes to the color.
Two sheets.
And just mash that up pretty good. I try to square this up pretty good here. And then I come in here and I take a peek. Now this is small enough that I don't have to mark it going the other way. But if someone feels that they need to mark their sew line going down the other diagonal, do that. Whatever aids you in making it easier for you to sew these. So see here, if you need to mark it going through here, you can. But it's a short distance and I have that tape on. So, and what I'm going to do is I am just getting it ready because I will chain sew it again. I take a peek. Oh, okay, Denise. So are you understanding about the squaring up then? Like always look for the one. If you're right-handed, you'll have the one on your right. But if you're left, it'll be on your left. They have 45-degree on both sides of the ruler. And so you just find one and put it up there, and then you look at your 45-degree and make sure that if it's a diagonal, that well, not even a diagonal, if it's just a block, that's going the 45 degrees is going corner to corner before you start trimming. Now this one's the same, so I'll put this in this way. Kind of lining it up a little bit, double checking. And then we can go on over here. Move that. Yeah, because like even this ruler, there's my one, and there's my diagonal. And now this is only a 3-inch ruler. I'd have a bigger ruler if I had a bigger blot. But it's the same over here. If you would go this way, this one. They have this, and this has a groove, so you match up the groove. Like this is the 45, and that, and this is I think 6.5. So I can do anything from 6.5 down with that one. Okay, so now I'm gonna get ready to chainsaw and just line that up a little bit. And like you said, you could do a leader ender here. And again, before you cut these apart, make sure that you open it up, that it is right, because you can always take out stitches, but you can't uncut. Okay, so let's see, get these out. Ouch. Someone really nice got me this. Okay, so I will, again, I'm looking to make sure that I have it correct, and maybe one side's like that's a little funky there. Let's see if this side's a little bit nicer. Yeah, that side. So I'm choosing which side, and I'll cut a 1/4 inch. Now, if you want to, you can sew these little triangles together. You'll have probably about 1.5 inches. Triangles. I'm picking and choosing what side I want. Oh, I didn't get that. Okay, I can press these and I'll be ready to set that block up to sew together. Has anybody looked further in the book at all? What's ahead?
I have
I have to.
more than once, actually. and my brain is trying to talk me out of doing some of it
Just try it. Just do it.
because it was too difficult.
Think of it as it's a skill builder. It's, it's like I said, we're going to do EPP, and there might be people that don't like to do it, but I feel that they should at least try one
I know
block.
the problem is how am I going to see what you're doing?
You can't see real good from
No,
this
all
screen?
all these multiple screens are small. The
Yeah,
one
but
the one that zooms in on your table, I
Yeah.
can see it, but not like it doesn't take up the whole screen because it's part of your StreamYard.
Well,
Your StreamYard is what's taking up most of the screen, actually.
I know. What I'll do is when I do the EPP, I will lower the camera and it'll be closer
Okay.
to my hands. Okay, so
And
this
that's
is
not a complaint. It's not a complaint. It's just that if
no.
I can't see it, I know other people can't.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm lining this up. Now I'm gonna square up. Okay. And I want to make sure that I have enough to go all the way around. And if I have to move this up a little bit to have enough on this side, I do.
Linda says, I've looked ahead and need to ask how we are making the EPP templates.
Okay. You can, first of all, there is you can get the templates by going on AliceCarolines.com website. And under, I forgot, somebody told me last time what it was under. But she has the templates that you can print off.
Jaja says you can zoom in on the live. Some of us cannot. I can't.
Right. That's what. Yeah. You can. So what we'll do is you'll get lightweight cardstock, which I'll cover it and go over it too before. But you want a lighter weight cardstock so that what happens is that you'll have that PDF file that you've downloaded, so you don't have to do it copy from your book. She has the PDFs, and you can, they're free, and you can print them off onto the cardstock, and then you will cut them out, and you want to cut them out all the same, meaning if you're on the line, stay on the line for all of them. If you're on, you want them all to end up being the same, because you're gonna, gee, seems like I got through that fast. Did I get them all? See, what time goes fast when you're talking. So yeah, we will be doing that. So you want cardstock, or you can order the pieces, but I think that gets expensive for what we're doing, because we're only doing like one block. Per shape, let's say. But yeah, would you, is everybody able to it's AliceCaroline.com. It's in her extras or something up there, and it has Alice's Wonderland down there once you open up that window, and then you can print them, and they're free. Just download the whole thing to your computer, and then you can print page by page of what you want to do, so you don't have to print. I haven't printed all my pages on everything, but is it possible everybody not going to have a problem printing off? Let me see. I'm just, they're talking about the weather. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Zaza. Thank you. With Zaza had said you can download the papers from the website. Then when you cut your fabric, which I'll go through that, cutting the fabric, so you won't pre-cut it. I'll show you. I think someone with this, depending on the size that we're doing, you want to, normally it's a 1/4 inch seam that you do a fold over or extra that you cut. But if you were doing a little bit bigger, some like 3/8 of an inch, but we'll get through that. Yeah. I'll make sure you get it. And if there's one I can't do, I'll ask Zaza to help. So, okay. So here I am laying these out like the book shows on page 67, if you refer to it. And let's see. I might have extra. Nope, I don't have an extra one there. I have to double check this when I'm done just to make sure I do have it going the correct way.
Sherry, do you know what size the hexagons are going to be?
I think they're 1 inch. Now there's some that's very small that we're doing that, but it'd be a square, like a square, and you fold over. So I'll look at it here. And so I'm double checking to make sure I have this correct. I do. And let me see. Well, we'll be doing templates before we do English paper piecing, unless you want to mix and match them. Do some templates, do some EPPing. I do believe, maybe I'm wrong. No. I'm looking through the book here. Okay. That's weird how they rename. Oh, there it is. They didn't rename it. I'm looking at I'm looking for it. Yeah, on page 124, it starts talking about the EPP applique pattern method, because what we'll be doing, we're not sewing the same pieces together to make multiple blocks. We're doing one, so we'll be doing it on like a 6.5 by 6.5 inch background square that'll end up going on after we have sewn that unit. But the first one that we're doing is the heart. That looks like it's a 2 inch or a 2 inch hexie. So yeah, there's some that gets really small. The mosaic star, some of those templates are small, and that's when we would even do maybe even less than 1/4, but close to it. But if you find that it's certain blocks that you don't like, and that gets difficult, just do the another one over again. But we'll cover it. You'll feel good. You'll be able to do it. I'm even when we're doing this for the EPP. There's shapes that I have not done yet. So I'm gonna line this up, line that up, and so down here. But all it is it's hand sewing. It's fun. Okay, got that. Put this one over this way. Yeah, a couple of weeks before we get into even the template making and that, I'm going to give you a few options on what to use for templates. You can use cardstock for templates. Like this is like our fusible. I'm talking about our fusible applique that we'll be doing. You can use freezer paper. You can use template plastic. So you have choices on that. So I'm opening this, and you can see which one that you would prefer. We're going to be doing some curves, and when we do the curves, I did it so that I could show you all with the freezer paper template. I drew out a freezer paper template, and then it irons onto the fabric, which then I could cut it out. That worked out real good for me. But maybe somebody else wants to do it use it otherwise. But yeah, the curved, I haven't done the curve for a while, so I had to try it out. But it was tiny, but it wasn't, it fell right into place. So I don't think you guys will have any problem doing that. That's what we're trying to do, is broaden our skills, or learn new techniques that we hadn't. You find out what you like and what you don't. Now I'm lining this back up. And then there's this. And let me make sure that I have this going the right way. Yep, I do. I think it's, you know what? That might be an inch, Zaza, on that one. They still want to make it big enough, huh? I'm more concerned about the little ones but the little templates would be harder. Okay. Giovanna's in here again. Yeah, because it's a skill builder. There shouldn't be anything too hard. At least I'm really hoping that's the case in FPP. Well, hey, if I need your help, you help me in EPP, and we'll help you in FPP. No,
See,
it'll
I
be
can
fine.
do FPP, no problem. It's the EPP I know zero about.
Yeah. Now I'm going to press this. I don't know. I like it. There's people that either like it or they don't. They'll say, oh, I liked piecing, putting that together. There's two ways to do it. You can glue based, or you can thread based. And I think they show both in that. I like to glue based, but somebody else may like to thread based. But yeah, it's all good. Okay, I have this pressed now. This is spooky looking. And I'll sew this to here, here to here. Now, for your, it look through your book too for ahead for about the templates. Like if you're going to do a template, whether you think, well, do I need template plastic, you know, or do I need, can I use cardstock? Can I use freezer paper? I am going to show you so you have more options, because it, you know, we sometimes we don't always have everything that we need, and we can improvise. You know, some people do their templates by, you know, how we get our meats, and our meats are sometimes in plastic containers. They'll wash those and save them, and then they'll draw out their templates on that and save it, like especially for applique. Come on, get up here. Some people do cereal boxes for EPP. They'll get the thin cereal box and they'll trace them out on that. That's back in the olden days. They used to do newspaper and all sorts of things. Back in the olden days, yep. Oh. Okay, I had that. And I will do this. But don't let this scare you. There's enough people that if I can't explain it, or Katie can't explain it, there's somebody who can, that we can pull from. You know. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut more fabric for my blocks. I'm getting down to the nitty gritty.
That's hang on a minute. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Honey, Giovanna says hi.
Okay, so
Giovanna says hi.
Hi, Giovanna.
Nikolai's birthday's tomorrow.
Yes, his birthday is tomorrow.
He's gonna be 29.
Hey, Delia.
Hi, how you doing? Zaza said her granny used to hand draw her hexie papers, and they were all perfect.
Giovanna.
Go ahead.
Giovanna says happy birthday.
Hi. Thanks, Giovanna.
Yep.
Delia says happy birthday too.
Yep. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday from Sherry.
Thank you all.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay, let's see. We can trim this up. Ooh, this is a little shy. Let's see if I can press it more.
Nico, are you getting Legos for your birthday?
The birthday cake is
Yeah, I'll be making a cake.
or
I'm making a cake. I got to go to the store and get a couple of things, and I'll make our cakes tomorrow. And then we're going to go out to the hotel to celebrate our birthday in between the two birthdays.
yeah, because Katie has one on
Thursday.
I'm a little shy on this. I'm not going to trim it.
Yeah, so we'll just celebrate it all at one time. What are you having trouble with?
Oh, I was probably in a few places I would like here, just a little shy.
Oh,
but I can either take the seam and make it a little smaller, and it'll work. So, all right. So far we've done these two.
Being able to draw or cut shapes freehand is a gift. My granddaughter could cut paper dolls and their clothes and accessories from newspapers, even fold shoes, says Denise.
Wow. I remember paper dolls. They were fun.
Never played with them.
You didn't play with paper dolls?
Didn't play with any dolls.
Okay.
My mother would buy paper dolls and Barbie dolls for us girls. None of us played with them.
Yeah.
We were too busy being outside.
Let's see. The next block that we will be doing is the whirlwind. This is on page 31. And this is one that I'll end up showing you what to do. This represents, let me go back so Deb can see it too. Because we didn't cover this. Because I says, let's wait till we get to it, because I thought it'd be too much. I just gotta get my paper clip. Okay. This block here is going to do what they call the split quarter square triangle. It's not a difficult block to do. So I'm going to go back to where they show it. So I'm reading their directions. This will be, if you look on, okay, I'll show you like this. If you look on here, how this is, you're going to end up making your triangles. Okay. The 4 at a time they're going to have you do. Then what you end up doing is those 1/4 squares that I showed you that was right here. Those are going to end up being here. So this is like your half square triangle. And then we put this on and sew it to where you get this. It's very easy to do. But you are going to take your white fabric. I got to get this. Okay. This is the 4 at a time. And you're going to sew around the perimeter. And this one I'm reading ahead of time. This is right sides together. So I am going to place this one with C8, and this is considered my C8. My C10 is my 4 of these. So I'll do the 4 at a time, and they said to do a scant seam 4 at a time. Okay, this time they want you to trim it down after you're done, because we're not putting 2 squares together. We're not putting identical squares together, so that's why we don't need more of more a larger block. So anyway, and then it says 1 at a time split quarter. Oh yeah, I know what they mean. I know what they mean. So that is on page 62 and 63. You guys all doing good? Yeah. You have to be very careful when you're trimming your EPP that
Oh,
you're
gotcha,
on,
Denise.
huh?
Oh, I
What?
was just.
Oh,
Denise said that it was her. She has a 5-year-old that was very artsy, crafty, but it was her grandmother that she was talking about.
ah. Yeah, we'll probably take, some time, just, you know, 1 week, 1 week when we're doing either the template or the other, maybe we'll end up getting 1 block done, but I will go over what you can use and how it works and things like that.
Can those be sewn on the sewing machine?
Pardon?
Can those hexies be sewn on the sewing machine?
Then they're paper piece, not considered English paper piecing, and you have to have you have to take the papers out of them. You have to sew them together. You'd sew them together by hand. Then now the applique part, if people can either hand applique it on, or they can do a blanket stitch or whatever they want on their sewing machine. But I'm going to show them. That's when I'm going to show them how to hand applique.
So after you do the hexagons and you're going to put them on as an applique,
Yeah.
are you putting fusible webbing on the back of it?
No, don't have to. Because there's seams, you will either can put pin it on, put a dab of glue here and there on it to get it to stay in place. You can stitch through it like a basting stitch if you want to.
So you're going to have raw edges all the way around it?
No, because when you're English paper piecing, you fold the fabric around the paper, so it's actually giving you a finished seam. That's what you glue down, and then you sew those finished seams together. It's pretty cool. You gotta watch Elise Beck sometime. On she's last Tuesday she was going over her club thing, but she covers a lot of EPP, and for beginners too. She covers it on how to do and glue basting or thread basting. And Zaza and Happy and we follow her, part of her EPP society. But you learn a lot through there. Okay, so this is the half square triangles, and I am going to press those. Okay, there's 4 of them now.
So who are you talking about that does?
Her name is Elise Beck. ELAISE, and Beck is BAEK. And she is on YouTube, but she's got her own on school. She has her own thing too. But on Tuesdays at 3:00 Eastern Standard Time, she comes on. And what's nice is she does talk to the people who are beginners in that too. She's good. There's a lot of them that are good to watch, but she is one that she explains it, gives you a little bit of a choice, on do you want a glue based or thread based, and she'll show you how to do both. Let me see. I gotta see if this, and I need to trim these down at all. Yes, I think I did, didn't I? Yep. So I need to trim those down. Am I explaining it right, Zaza? Oh, the scant 1/4 inch, 1. I moved my needle one space over to the right. And then you can check it. They say 1 thread, but you just, yeah, some of the blocks, it doesn't seem to matter. The other blocks, it does. Okay, I'm lining this up. And I'm going to double check to see what size they want me to trim it. Okay. Yep. And you can see I did the 1 on the corner because I'm right-handed. And my diagonal line is going down this way. I could use, just so that you guys can, somebody who doesn't have that block ruler. I know I'm switching rulers here. This will probably throw me off. But you can see that the ones here, there's a dash line here. And so now I've cut 2 sides, so I'm just lining it back up again.
I think Sherry's doing a great job too.
Aww. That's so sweet of you guys. So here's one. Okay, I'll get this other one. Doing my 1, making sure I have enough room that I can trim
Hi,
all the way
Katie.
around it. Katie in here? Chris?
Yeah.
Okay. We do this. The main thing about when you're going to trim these is to always make sure that you have left enough room all the way around to trim, because sometimes when they want you to be like 2.5, 3.5, whatever, you actually you can easily have it on the wrong, have it on a 3 or on on a 2. Ask me how I know. Been there, done that. Okay, this is the last one to trim. Then I'm making sure that my diagonal line is still staying on the diagonal. Okay. And this. Okay, let's see what it wants us to do. So if I'm looking here because I want to make sure that no matter what, it would be okay. Okay. So we're going to take this, put right sides together. Okay. And I'm going to show you in the book. See how this diagonal is. There's this page here, this here. This represents the blue and this represents the white, the C8, I think it says C8. So if I always have them for this block going like this, they should turn out fine, no matter which way I turn them. So I take and put the right sides together. Now, whoop, before I do that, let's see. I get my pen. I'm going to mark a diagonal line on here. Okay. Now I want to make sure that I'm going to end up doing it right. So this goes this way. My diagonal line's here. So that means my diagonal line's going the opposite way of this. So you can see if you fold it back, see how that is? That way you know that you've got it right before you've even sewn. So this diagonal, just look at your book and whatever represents your blue, you have your blue there and you have your background there and you have a diagonal going that way. And then you can place your block with a diagonal line on it so you know where to sew. And like I did, I flipped it back just to double check, make sure that's what I wanted. And I should, let me see, if I do it this way, then I'll sew down the middle because I only will get 4. Yeah, I'll get 4 of these out of this one. So I'm just going to line this up pretty good. Make sure my seam isn't flipping. Now, before you cut, you check it again, and it looks just like it does in the book. Miracle! So I'm going to lay this one back down. In fact, I could have laid them all the same direction, like this. Then I know they're going the right direction. Well, I should have, I have to put a mark on this one, on these. Now this is a batik, so it didn't matter which side. See, I'm mixing everything. Batiks, 1930s. I have it. I use it. Okay. So that one's there. I'll take this then. I know you probably can't see very well, but this is, remember the diagonal goes the opposite way of this diagonal. This one goes left to right. This one's going to go right to left. And again, you can pull it back if you're unsure. As long as you haven't cut it, you're fine. You're going to go so right down the center of that mark. Now what I can do is I can chain sew. See how the diagonal's opposite? And the last one. You can either use your rotary cutter or scissors to cut approximately a 1/4 inch away. So I'm making sure that I'm cutting the right size. Now, this 1/4 inch from my seam. There's that. This one I'm going to open up before I do because I want to make sure that I have them. Yep. Okay. Before I trim. I knew that didn't cut through. Got some bonus triangles there. Okay, put this aside because I'm going to sew those babies up. Now I'm going to press this. Okay, what does it say to do now? Okay, you don't have to trim them yet. Sew them together and then can trim if you need to. So look at the book on page 63 on the diagram. See how they are laid out. And lay yours out like that. There actually is a pinwheel in within there. See how that made a pinwheel? Double pinwheel. Okay, so what you'll do is you'll match these up and match your seams here, your diagonals, and your diagonal here. Okay. Get my pins. I cheated on this one. I pressed to the side. Okay, I've got to look at that. This doesn't look right to me. I'm just double checking myself. It's the way it's trimmed. Oh. Okay. Sometimes you just got to be fussy.
Denise says, yes, it's the white on the upper left side. I don't know what she means.
She's talking about the top part. Okay, let's see. This is either good or bad. Bad. One side's a little longer than it should be. I can trim that. I can fix that. Trim this a little bit. As long as I have a 1/4 inch. Which I do. Okay, so I'll lay this back down. Now this was like this. This was like this. Okay. Now you all know that you can post on the community page or the pictures of your blocks. You post it in my Discord. Whatever you want to do so that everyone gets to share. Okay, let me make sure again. I have to always check. Make sure that I have it going right. Now I'll put these together. Let me know if you have any questions before you're done. Yes, right in the upper left. Did this block make sense to everybody? Yeah, Denise, look at the picture. That's what I do. Got to look at it in picture so that you can, that's your reference to know the direction of everything too. Now this is probably gonna, because I got a pin in there. I may have to check that seam. Sometimes when you have extra seams coming together, see how my stitch went on over? It'll do that at times. So I'm going to go back and stitch, make sure I get the 1/4 inch. You could feel that it was going to do that. I could feel it sliding. Okay, I could match this up much better, which I will, but not now. Not putting you through that. Remember to hit like, subscribe. You'll be able to see this on Katie's channel too.
Well, actually, no, they can't.
Why?
They can see the collaboration link between the two of us, but not your actual video.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you accept it, you have it under collabs. Is what
Can I click on that and watch it?
Yeah, you're going.
It takes it. It'll take them to your channels. What it'll do.
No, if I can go under your channel and go underneath, and I can look under collabs, like your playlist, and it's under your playlist.
Well, I know it's under collabs. I saw that, but when you click on it, it goes straight to your channel.
No, it's still on your channel. It says to subscribe.
Yeah, it does say that.
It lets you subscribe to yours. Okay, I'll fix this, but later.
Uh-oh, where'd he go?
What's that?
Huh?
So here's our blocks that we did today. Let's see. So this is all we'll do today. And I know that I had an extra one cut out, but this just takes more time. The more you get into it, the more time it takes. The more things you have to trim up and all that. But you can see my point didn't come together. So I will probably take it out from here to here.
Those are great colors, Sherry.
And I like this color. Well, you like the batik.
Yeah, the color. I wouldn't have
This
known
is
that was batiks until you pointed that out. But the blue and that
they go
pinkish
together.
maroon color really, and so does the blue though. I like the blue one too. That blue's pretty.
Yeah, it looks like a batik, but it's not. It has that tie-dyed look.
Yeah, it's very pretty. It looks
Thank you.
nice. It pops.
So, what we'll do is we'll do the card trick next time for sure. We'll take our time with it. It's basically the same thing that we have done where we've done the triangles. We did the split quarter, which we just did in this, and we did the quarter square triangle. It's what you have to watch is when you're cutting, mark so that you make sure that you're putting the right fabrics together, and that, and mark what they are, which ones they are, and that, and we have to pay attention when we're sewing it next week to, I have to read through, do I trim or do I not, at certain points. Then we're going into the diamond and the square. We'll be explaining that. It's pretty basic, pretty easy to do. And this is also the one that it's also known as square in the square. And it is they do this block in the border also.
Yeah, all 100 of them.
Yeah. But if you're going to cut fabric and do any of those for your border, make sure you have enough fabric for your blocks, because you can always add a different fabric if you had to. So at least cut, let me see, 32, 1, 2. Cut to 34 at least, because I think, I'm doing the card trick and that. If you want to cut to 35, that's fine. You can cut further if you want. But I think that's what we're going to cover is those three. And then we're basically
doing the diamond in a square next week.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we are. And then it's really the blocks other than the diamond and the square. I mean, it's really almost back to basics again, other than, the spoked wheel's interesting. Block 38 is real interesting to look at. It looks complicated in the picture until you look at the diagram on the right hand side. So we're going to be having fun. Get your needles changed, bobbins wound, machines clean, rotary blades changed. I'm trying to think of everything. Get some blocks cut ahead of time if you can. And sew along or listen along, whatever you want to do. And that. So, but let me know if this was a good thing that we just did. I think it's good that we just did that. I did the 3 today. Yeah. Yes. Andrea says she has to go by the pictures. She says, I am too blind to read the small print. Oh, this print is terrible. I have a highlighter that I highlight, and I so that I know what parts I want to go back and read. But when I'm placing something, I will I'll look at the diagram. Thank you, Linda. Let me see. All right. Well, thank you all.
Yeah, your blocks look great.
I like this. I like the fabric. These two are my favorites. This one I would have picked a different color, but I like I try to match as close as I can to at least the color combinations that they're putting together. But remember, if you're doing your blocks and sewing them together, you can do leaders and enders. I just did not do them because I don't want to throw in a leader in it or an ender and it confuse you with what I'm doing with my block pieces.
I think both of our quilt tops are going to look interesting and different.
It is. It is. Let me see. There we are. Where are you, Katie? Kid Bug. Oh, you're okay. You just.
I had the camera off.
No, that's okay. We're gonna go, and okay, good. Andrea agrees. She thinks slower is better, especially for those who are beginning to learn to sew and quilt. Yeah. I even Katie had said something to me, and I thought, at first the blocks were pretty basic, but as you're getting into these, you have to really, read the directions and pay attention to the pictures and take your time. And like I said, before you cut, you can double check, in that, because we want people to build their skills. So is it okay? You ready to get off, Katie?
Sure.
Off for the day?
Yeah.
We're done. Okay, thank you. Do you want to show any of your blocks?
Sure, I can show 2 of them.
Okay, I'm going to.
Wait, no, only one of them, actually.
Okay.
I'm still working on the second one.
Okay.
And I deconstructed the first one you did.
Okay.
This is mine deconstructed.
Ooh, that's pretty. So
all I did was turn the half square triangles a different direction. I left the center alone.
Yeah. Cool.
All I did was turn the other half square triangles around.
Okay.
And I did it on purpose.
Yeah, that's okay. See, you're experienced enough that you can use your creative,
I just
brain.
like this. I was just messing around and I realized, I liked this square better. So it's a deconstructed, what was the name of the block?
Oh,
hang on, let me look. It was called a Star X, so it's a deconstructed Star X.
That looks good. I like that colors.
Yeah, look, it has interesting
marbling.
Yeah, there you
white.
go. But it's turquoise is what color it is.
Okay, well, we'll all see you. And everybody's saying goodbye. So tell Nikolai again to have a good birthday.
Yeah, I'll tell him.
Now, are you going to take the day off for your birthday? Or
no?
Okay. I figured
I'm going to be live. I mean, we're celebrating our birthdays in between the 2 birthdays, so it's not going to really matter.
Okay. Well, good. All right. Yeah, Andrea says your quilt your way. Love it. You changed your block orientation. She says that's good. Did you understand what I said, Katie?
Yeah, will you take me off the
Oh yeah. So we're done. Oh, God, you went solo. Sorry, Katie. Okay. Well, thank you. Thanks for a good live, Katie.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. We'll see y'all. Goodbye.
Bye, everyone.